Hey guys, welcome to Football Manager 2017, or at least welcome to the beta. Yes, we're finally here. Sports Interactive have given us this game, and in no due time, because it's been a long time, I know. I think this is like my 7th rendition of Football Manager on YouTube, and well, I'm showing no signs of stopping, clearly. Well, I did, and then I've come back. So hello to all returning viewers, and hi to any new viewers. I know the part ones tend to get a few new viewers, so if you are new around here, hello, make yourself at home, have a seat, grab a cup of coffee or something, and enjoy, because we're going to dive straight in here. Now, what you're watching is pre-recorded footage of me booting up the game for the very first time. Everything you see is my sort of actual reactions. Well, I know you can't see my face, but you know, you can sort of get an idea how I'm sort of doing things with my mouse and so on, and looking and pointing things out, things like that. So yeah, we're just going to lay that over the top whilst I explain what this series is going to be and what it's going to be about. So Tottenham, first thing, why Tottenham Hotspur? Well, back in March, put your brains back to March 2016, the title race, it's between Leicester and Tottenham. I know how it ended, but put yourself back in March when it looked like Spurs might just nab it from under Leicester's nose. I said then, if Tottenham win it, or rather don't win it, I should say, then I will go them in the 2017 beta. Ultimately, Tottenham actually ended up coming third in a two-horse race, and Leicester did the miracle and all that type of thing. So I won out, I guess. The alternative, incidentally, had Tottenham won the league, would have been Crystal Palace. So definite winner there. So Tottenham, what we're going to do as well, also, this is going to be between 30 to 50 episodes, depending on the popularity and so on. I plan on doing around about that many episodes. It's the beta, so, you know, we're not going to stretch this out for too long. It is a 2.5 week period, so, yeah, it's not going to, you know, be this ridiculous save that I've done in the past, would have gone, you know, to 2070 and gone to, like, 10 different clubs, admittedly all over Europe, but, yeah, it's only going to be a shortish save, this one. Don't expect, like, legendary players to be born and have these incredible regens and stuff like that. So that's just an idea of what to expect. So here we are then, back at live now. Hello, there's me with my mouse. We're going to be playing, funnily enough, Leicester as the opening game. But before we get into that, I do just want to show you my transfers really quick. This is what we have so far. As you can see, the only player to have left is Shayon Harrison, who's gone to Newcastle. Everyone else has gone out on loan, and they are all young youth players. 2 players we brought in now. I'm happy with Tottenham's squad. It's one of the reasons why I went them. It's because they are, in fact, a very, very good team. I don't think there was much that needed to be added to them. I've just brought these 2 players in to add a bit of extra sort of dimension to the squad, a bit, you know, beef it up a bit. You know, we're in the Champions League. There needs to be a bit of rotation. So Sidney Sam from Gelsenkirchen, or Schalke 04, to give them the proper titles. Sports Interactive have a few issues with licensing in Germany, I believe. And Adrien Rabiot from Paris Saint-Germain on loan. Really like this kid. He is only 21 years old. Really impressed me. I think it was either a year, yeah, maybe 1 or 2 years ago when I think he scored home and away against Chelsea, and I was like, hang on a minute, that's the centre-back, what's going on? So, yeah, lots of potential there in Rabiot, and I think for a loan, I mean, I'm only paying half his wages, it's like, oh, no-brainer, get him in, you know, he's a good player, and Paris Saint-Germain were basically giving him to me, so I was like, definitely taking advantage of that. Sidney Sam, I'm a big fan of this guy as well. The reason I've gone with this guy is this was a fleeting idea, before FM17 came out, I was going to do one final FM16 save, and I was going to copy Benji's idea of doing the homegrown series. Yeah, Scouts are stealing things, whatever. And we were going to sort of do that with Bayern Munich and German players. Sidney Sam was one of the signings I made, and he was really, really good. So, and he's been a sort of classic sort of big player on football, and he's not been like an insane wonder kid. He may have been back in the day. I can't quite remember. I think he was a wonder kid during the period when I didn't play FM. And yeah, he's a good player. So I just think, again, why not have this quality in the team? So this is what we have. This is the formation I'm going with. These tactics, everything you'll see here, will almost certainly change. This is just to start out. This is just a very basic idea of what I want to do. I don't quite know what I'm doing. I'm going to be honest with you. If you've come to this channel, by the way, for like hints and tips and everything, you're in the wrong place. I don't have a damn clue. It's like playing poker, to be honest with you. I would liken FM to poker. It's an awful amount of luck with a little bit of knowledge sprinkled in between, with a bit of a poker face if you're playing your friend or something. Because, you can't do that against a computer, obviously. That would be a bit weird, wouldn't it? So, we've got Harry Kane playing as a target man, apparently. I would have thought he's like a poacher or an advanced forward. We've got Son on the left. Hopefully he'll be able to replicate his real-life current form as of recording this. Eric Lamela, who is not the most match fit, but I've decided to go with him. Over Momo Sissoko. Musa Sissoko, I should say. And I've got Christian Eriksen, Eric Dyer, and Dele Alli. Dyer, I think, can only play for about an hour. That's what the physios are recommending. The reason why the condition and all that is so low is because, and this is the problem, if you give your assistant manager control of the pre-season friendlies, they seem to stick to 1-11 and just play them. I don't know. It's like you either wait 3 days to get to your first game and play all the pre-season friendlies, but make sure that all your players have good match fitness, or you can zip through it, be done in half an hour, but none of your players are match fit because your assistants, or I think all assistant managers on Football Manager bar maybe two, have no common sense. So that's what we're going with here. Instructions-wise, this again is a bit of a crapshoot for me. We're going to start slightly high. We're at home. We're going to retain possession, be a bit expressive, run at the defence, hit the early crosses, I think, and an old favourite of mine, the whipped crosses. We'll also exploit the flanks as well. We've got two players. We've got Son and Lamela. We might as well use them. We'll start with control. Again, this will change, game by game over the season once I get a better understanding of the team and of the players. This is how the table looks after one game with a quarter of the table still to actually play. Let's see. Chelsea are at the top. Surprise, surprise. Man City, Stoke in third. Already terribly unrealistic. Also Sunderland in fifth. Also, way unrealistic. They already have more points than they do in this game after one game than they do in real life as of recording this. Everton at the bottom, losing 3-0 to Man City. That's, again, not the most realistic. Right, let's see how Leicester are. They don't appear to have made any signings. Jamie Vardy up top on his own. Got Mendy in the defensive role, midfield role, and that's about it. So, yeah, let's just get straight into this here. We've got the assistants on the opposition instructions. Let's have a look at the team talks. What are they like? I'm expecting you to win today. Yeah, it's usual bog standard sort of stuff. We're all used to this by now. There's the new kickoffs from Jamie Vardy. Let's speed these things up a bit here. That'll do for now, I think. Yeah, that works for me. Here's Eric Dyer charging through. Look at this. Goodness me. It's a bit quick at the moment. I need to tone this one down. Yep. Okay, there we are. That's Son with a chance. There we go. It's a first game, a first episode when you can see the player playing with the speed settings. That's when you know you're watching a brand new save. Here's Jamie Vardy. Goodness me, that would have been an insane start to the series. Please, for God's sake, don't have him score. That would be quite insulting. Not because he's crap, it's just like, oh, for God's sake, the fairy tale continues and all that, and you get a bit bored of it after a while. I'm also, just very quickly, before this throwing gets taken, I'm going to turn these off. There is nothing more annoying than having your assistant whisper in your ear, hey, you're doing it all wrong. You should try this. It's not going to work, but hey, you're shit. That's kind of what it's like, to be honest with you. Anyway, here we go. Here's Lamela, who, as I say, is not match fit, but I still think is the best option. I think the game has always rated Lamela. Eric Dyer, what is he doing there? Harry Kane with the flick on, and Eric Dyer gets himself forward about 18 or so yards out. Let's have a look at the replay of this here. Incidentally, if you want to know why I'm playing on 2D, a lovely finish there, by the way, from Eric Dyer. One, I've always played on 2D Master Race, and two, as you can see, you might already be able to see it actually, the frame rate on this is not massively great. My computer is starting to show its age now. It's from 2012. It is a Mac, and cue many PC Master Race fanboys now in the comments. And yeah, it doesn't have the best graphics card in it, and it is a bit knackered now. It is four and a half years old, and yeah, it's not going to run games all that well. It's not a gaming machine. I don't play games apart from Football Manager, so in case you couldn't tell looking at the channel. And yeah, so that's sort of why I'm not going to play on 3D. This is, look at how it looks in 2D, never mind 3D. There's a little technical thing there for you little nerds. Right, Son Heung-min is not having the best game in the world, which is kind of ironic considering how good he's playing currently. I think he's just won Player of the Month, I think, in real life for September. So he's obviously in pretty good form in real life, but not so far in the game, although this is just one game. Yeah, he was pretty decent in pre-season, if I recall. Lamela just runs straight into the Leicester player. Now here they come, Mahrez. Just drifts past one, drifts past two. Oh, God. You still get the sense they're going to be incredibly dangerous here, Leicester. They are. I feel like they're going to do a lot better. Vardy goes close. They're going to do a lot better on this game, I feel. Certainly in the first few years, compared to how they're doing in real life. They are struggling badly in real life at the moment. And, I mean, they're not going to go down or anything, but here's Harry Kane. Whacks it against the Leicester defender to get the block away. And it's just reached Albrighton. Danny Rose needs to get across. Mahrez is offside. Goodness me, I was going to say he's unmarked. Right. Son is looking motivated. I don't know. This is a tricky decision. Already? It's the first game, and I'm stroking my chin going, I don't know what to do. Yeah, we'll bring on Sissoko for him, and we'll give Lamela a swap there. They can play on the other side. And that will do for now. Not going to make any more changes. I don't want to make too many. It's only 60 minutes gone. Still plenty of time for injuries and so on. Leicester also making a change. Musa's on now, and Slimani. So they've got 3 strikers actually up front here. It's very dangerous. Here's Sissoko though. Harry Kane, what can he do? I wouldn't be surprised, given Kane's relatively poor start, and by his standards it is poor in real life, that he's going to go on a blinder. And that's, well, he's nearly there already. He's got 1 goal. It's 2-0 against Leicester. And 50 goals for Spurs and for Harry Kane there against Leicester's former team as well. So let's have a look at this. Lamela just lays it off to him. It doesn't even take a touch, actually. Kasper Schmeichel gets a palm to it, right onto the crossbar, where it just goes straight in anyway. And that's 2-0. So we're just going to pull it back now a little bit more, be a little bit more conservative, and just see this game out now. So I also should point out very quickly why I've gone Tottenham. It's because, or at least go a bigger team, I should say, as compared to previous years for the beta. So I've gone Tottenham this year, mainly because going smaller teams, I should say, on the beta is super difficult. I really do struggle. Like, the game's already full of bugs. Don't make it harder for yourself. Yeah, I'll leave that for now. Don't make it harder for yourself. When I did FM14 and FM16 videos, I started with, on 14 it was Wigan, and on 16 it was with Fulham. I was sacked so quickly, it was unbelievable. Because you're just overruled by just the whole newness of the game. Now, unless you're a pro, I wouldn't recommend it. Always try and go someone, relatively uppish in the league table. I'm just going to take off Lamela, who's got injured. I probably should have taken him off before. Eric Dyer's played so well. He needs match fitness as well. He's another one. So there we go then. Well, actually, no, we've got a minute left. This might actually be another chance. We've brought Janssen on here. I'm not a fan of Janssen at all. I don't think he's looked very good. I watched the opening day game against Everton for Spurs, and he missed an absolute sitter. And it was a good save by Stekelenburg, but still, it was like, oh my God, you've got to score that, son. It was so bad. And I think he's got 1 goal in the EFL Cup or something like that. And he's really not impressed me. Of course, I'll give him a bit of time and everything. But yeah, I'm not excited by him. Ben Davies, I thought the makeshift left winger nearly scored there if he had a bit more composure, but it doesn't matter. It's 2-0 to Spurs, so that's a good opening day win. A good win, boys, there. Everyone playing reasonably well. Hugo Lloris, 6.9, but he didn't have anything to do, really. Only 1 shot on target for Leicester then. We have 15 shots, 7 on target. Could easily have been more then. So there we go. And there's all them achievements. Alright, park the bus, first victory and clean sheet. That's always good to get them. So Eric Lamela he's only out for 69 days. That's not too bad. Moussa Sissoko made his debut, of course. Dyer on form. And there we go. So, oh, by the way, the England boss is Jose Antonio Camacho. I don't know. So yeah, pretty good start, I feel. So how we're going to do this then? How is the series going to work? So next episode will be against Manchester City, because anytime the transfer window is open, we're going to do that month live, just so you don't miss anything. I think that's a fair enough way of doing it. So we're going to sort of do recaps and maybe one game a month, sort of in September, October, November, December, and then we get to January, we'll do it live. And for the start of the season in August as well, for the first 3 or 4 games there, we'll do them live. So hopefully you guys like that and it appeals to you. So if you enjoyed today's video and if you're enjoying the game, please do give us a like. I really appreciate it. Obviously, it's good to be back here, and I'd like to see a bit of support. See how you guys are feeling, and all that. So, once again, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with the Manchester City game. Until then, goodbye.